Okay.
Take two.
Well, so, as if moving isn't stressful enough, just in general, trying to get shit planned out and getting stuff done is stressful, trying to get jobs lined up and everything like that. Well, this morning, we started off, we had everything packed last night. That was just going to be a run, drop everything, be fine. But no, of course not, because...
America.
Yeah, and everything happens at once because that's life. So, between having to stop a billion times to adjust the tarp because it kept blowing off and everything like that, we take the easier of the two routes that's less hilly because, her truck, it pulls real well, it just doesn't do very well uphill. We're maybe a half mile from the top of the hill and her radiator decides to blow the fuck up. Literally blow up. And now we're stranded here on a hill, on a highway, in the worst spot you could possibly imagine.
With a very nice cop who put out flares for us.
And now we're waiting to get towed to a shop so I can unpack my tools.
The cap is designed to blow when it starts building pressure. If it builds it right away, shoots it in there, boom,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna blow. It's a tension.
Right.
But if your thermostat is totally clogged up and it couldn't circulate, I'm not a expert, but to me that tells me.
Yeah. Well, and then I remember you taking out your thermostat because the Chevys are prone for that to happen as a thermostat.
Well, you have a diesel, I don't.
Yeah. But, no, that makes sense because the thermostat is literally right at the top.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyways,
Well, yeah.
that would be while you're waiting on a tow truck.
Yeah.
If you have time.
Yeah.
Tell me, where did this all go now? Tell me, where did this all go now? Tell me, where did this all go now? Tell me, where did this all go now?
Well, just to add, apparently O'Reilly's, and yes, I'm going to use the company name, O'Reilly's doesn't know logistics of anything to do. What the fuck is on my nose? Anyways, they don't know how to order things from their own distribution center because they guaranteed the part that I needed, which is a whole radiator, was supposed to be here at 4 o'clock. Definitely wasn't here, even though I checked in with them several times. So now, we are stranded in North Bend, Washington, in a parking lot with all of our stuff, the truck, the dogs, this beautiful lady, a bunch of tools, and a broke as shit radiator. So yeah, I guess
That's the good times roll.
supposedly it's supposed to be here at 9:30 in the morning, but we'll see how that happens. So.
We've officially become those people after sitting in the parking lot for like 5 hours. He was working on the truck. I was playing with the dogs. A lady rolled up and gave us $20 to go and buy ourselves some food. Keep in mind that her car sounded like it was more broken than our car with no radiator. And the back seat was filled with McDonald's bags and old newspaper subscriptions, but she felt that we needed money.
Yep. And I mean, Madeline tried to, not take it, and she was really, really persistent. And so we just kind of, super thankful that people are like that still, because usually you don't find that.
Ever.
And it's not like we were searching or asking. We just were here and kind of knew what the situation was entailing, and it was us staying overnight. And I guess she felt that she needed to offer some help. So super thankful about that. So I guess know that although O'Reilly's may suck over here in North Bend, the people definitely show you some hospitality and take care of their own. Between the cop pushing us uphill and giving us basically every shot we could to get a tow truck, and finally he used his own cruiser to push our trailer and our 1-ton truck uphill to a safe spot, truly shows that where we are is there's some good people.
The tow truck driver used his own personal vehicle to help us pull our stuff to where we're at now. He loaded his own car up onto the tow truck, and Elijah drove the guy's brand new vehicle with this big old Bertha. And then after we'd been sitting out in the parking lot for maybe like 20 minutes, a guy rolled by on his bike and was asking us if we needed help, if we were all right, what happened. And when he saw he couldn't really do anything and that we were content hanging out, he kind of rolled away and just wished us the best.
So definitely some good people here. So I just had to do one of probably the hardest things, I've ever had to do in my life. I'm one of those people who don't like to ask for help and don't like to receive handouts by any means. And we touched on it a little bit about just nice people here, and people taking care of their own. Well, it was kind of the same situation as the lady earlier. We're sitting here and see this, nice Ford pull up, and kind of started him for a little bit. He looked at us, and mind you, the radiator's still on the floor, tools are still on the floor, and he kind of walks up and we start talking, and he asked if we needed any help and asked if we need, if he needs to drive us anywhere to pick up the part or whatever. And he was super, super adamant on willing to drive us, as far as like Seattle, which is probably an hour and a half from here, and go get the part and bring it back and we can put it in. He was just super adamant and super willing to help us and take care of us. And he constantly kept checking, if we're okay for the night, everything, tried to buy us dinner, tried to do all these amazing, amazing things. And we talked to him for maybe up of 15 minutes. And as he was driving away, casually he just asked what we did, and and asked what the part was going to run me, and the radiator is going to run me around $240. And then he pulls $240 out of his wallet in cash, and he told me to take it, and I said no. We both said no, like, we're not going to take it, like, we'll be fine. And he said, no, I've been where you're at, please take it. And we still refused and refused. And he said, look, you guys are young, I know where you guys are at, I've been broke many a time, I've been in the same situation, and he's like, you guys need to take this. He's like, I know I make a little bit more money than you guys, and you guys need this more than I do. He's like, and good karma comes back. And so I did. We ended up taking the money, not because we felt like we got one over on him or pulled the wool over his eyes or anything. Like, he was extremely adamant, and it's just kind of another testament to how good, how good it feels to meet people like that know that they're still there, and amongst all kinds of shit going on, that there's still people trying to look out for each other and take care of each other. So again, we're like super, super thankful. I'm not gonna lie, almost teared up and kind of broke down, because I've never asked for help and never wanted any help, but couldn't tell a man no so many times, when you could tell in his heart that's what he wanted, was to for us to take that money. So I don't know, super thankful. Well, so we made it through the night. My plan originally was to pound some pre-workout at about midnight and just stay up and watch our stuff. But about 8:30, I'm gonna say. Maddie fell asleep on my lap, and I couldn't reach pre-workout, so I crashed. I passed completely out. Woke up a few times throughout the night and checked on stuff, but ended up sleeping. It looked like it rained just a bit, but that's okay. I mean, everything still seemed fine. We got a tarp over most stuff. And yeah, luckily we had these guys to keep us warm. And yeah, other than that, it was just a quiet night. Actually got some decent sleep. So now it's just waiting until 9:30. Hopefully they got the radiator and thermostat. I'm more worried about the radiator personally. Hopefully got that in so we can just pop it in, throw some coolant in, and then just get on the road. Just fucking born. Tiny.
Tony, what?
Why are you doing this to everybody in America?
What was it, babe?
It was a baby Hereford calf, like fucking sandwich sized.
Go Cougs!
Go Cougs! Stop!
We're cute! Go Cougs! We're cute!
Yeah? Is that what you want to do?
Cute!
That's bad. Babe.
How's it going, babe?
Well, I read this book one time called The Tortoise and the Hare. And for the past 8 hours we've been the damn tortoise. Can't shift out of third gear. And I've been going 35 miles an hour for the past 8 hours. So yeah. It's going like that. That's pretty much how it's going.
Well, Elijah, myself, and the 3 dogs finally made it home. To Fergie. Our 6 hour there, 1 hour to unload, and 6 hour back trip to Pullman to take our first load of household goods ended up lasting over 48 hours from start to finish. The last 11 hours of it, Elijah spent driving at 30 miles per hour because something was wrong with the transmission and it wouldn't go over 30 miles per hour. I messaged my boss and told him the situation. He was extremely cool about it and said that I can have the day off. And Elijah messaged his boss, and Elijah's still technically a courier for FedEx. So if he went in, he'd be driving for another 8 hours, you know, delivering packages and route planning and stuff like that. So super unsafe for him to go in after driving that long. But we're home. Everyone's super happy to see us. All the animals could hear them from the end of the driveway. But Fergie is especially happy, losing her mind. But we made it home safe. Gonna plan our next trip for next weekend in Elijah's truck. So happy travels.